took me like forever.
Well, welcome back into the studio for June year of the book. So I just got this candle, so I had to. It is very interesting. English pear freesia is the scent, and it's really, this is very true to form, delicate aroma. It's from Enjoy the Good Times. Beautiful scent, very light. Does not, it's a soy candle with essential oils. Anyways, yeah, that was not a I'm not sponsored. But I thought, oh, this is a good time to try it out. And it smells fantastic. All right, so last month we pulled our prompts for this month, for June. And the prompts were thread, string, or yarn, finger paint, and cardboard. So those are our prompts. Let's go check out where we're at. All right. I don't know why I've been working in order, but I have been working in order, and I'm just going to continue on as I'm feeling it. So I think what I'm going to start off with is just doing some collage in the background. I know that's where I start a lot of the time, but that is really where I'm feeling it. But I am, excuse me, coffee. Thank you, sorry. Okay, so I definitely am going to still start off with some collage. And once again, my bits basket is looking a little full. I don't know how come this never seems to empty. I feel like I'm emptying, but it's not emptying. So what's up with that? Yeah. So I'm going to continue to pull from this until, yeah. And I'm feeling some blues today. We'll see what happens with that. So I'm going to pull out some bits from here that need to be, oh, there's some cardboard. We could use that. I'm going to pull out stuff that feels like it could be used here, or should be used here. And yeah, go from there. And yeah, I'm gonna speed it up here as we get into the collage, because yeah, who wants to watch that real time? If you do, let me know, because I might be able to make that happen. But yeah, anyways, onward.
Took me like forever to get through to you, misty blue. In any kind of weather, I thought of you, misty blue. It's hard to know, but no one comes close.
I just have to point out on this piece of paper, when I pulled off the thickness of it, it got really thin on this ragged edge area. And when I glued it down, I got all these numbers coming through from that green bar paper in the background. And I just had to point that out. It's lovely. Something that you may see me do a lot when I'm collaging is I'll possibly use papers that have no imagery on them, no text. They're just blank pieces of paper. Sometimes they're discolored because they're vintage, or I may have dyed them earlier, and I still collage those down. And I do that because they are adding texture that later on I may want to exploit. So I just collage down whatever I find. Sometimes you'll notice I don't collage down hard edges, so I kind of rip those off and put them to the side. I put them to the side because I'm going to eventually collage with them again. Unless they're tiny, but generally, yes, I use it all to collage with eventually.
What a feeling. It's like we have arrived. Though nothing comes close. An undiscovered landscape filled with hope. You are a golden territory, let it show. Let the world know. An undiscovered landscape filled with hope. You are a golden territory, let it show. Let the world know. An undiscovered landscape filled with hope. You are a golden territory, let it show. Let the world know. It took me like forever to get through to you, misty blue.
These pages are fairly large, so it does require a lot of additional time to collage on them, and I don't necessarily always cover up as much as I did today on these pages, but it's just a process, and I just kind of let my intuition guide me. And when I saw that little strip of cardboard in my bit basket, that really started to brew for me, and I decided I wanted to add some cardboard. So I'm pulling that out here, and I'm getting that laid down. And I'm still using my matte gel medium. This is from TCW. I love this stuff. It's actually very good on pretty heavyweight stuff, such as cardboard. I wouldn't go any weightier with it, but it is very awesome gel medium. It's my preferred go-to. But you'll notice I'm applying that gel medium to the back of the cardboard rather than the page I'm putting it down on, and I am applying it a bit heavier and then going back over the top, just really covering those edges. And as always, I will have links to any of the products I've used listed down below in the description box.
Now you run beside me, heart wide open. And I can focus on nothing but you. What a feeling. It's like we have arrived. Though nothing comes close. An undiscovered landscape filled with hope. You are a golden territory, let it show. Let the world know. An undiscovered landscape filled with hope.
Alright, I'm going to use a method of texture that I discovered, I don't know how long ago I discovered this, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a way to use your glossy sprays. So this is some glossy spray that I've moved into a dribble bottle. I did this years ago when these first came out, and I couldn't use the spray bottles because they're so sticky and they just clog them. I moved them all into these dribble bottles and made it work. So I'm going to go in with this dark blue color, Night, and I'm coming in with this texture powder. Now you can use marble powder. I like this texture powder because it has a lot of texture. It's not sand. It's not as coarse as sand. It's somewhere between marble powder and sand. It's very fine. It's yeah, it is very delicate. That's how it says on the bottle. This is just some by Fickett Art Ingredients texture powder, and I'm actually going to give myself a little bit more. And I really like how this mixture looks on cardboard. So, and this is an idea of what it looks like on cardboard. Oops. This is with, gosh, I made this quite a while ago. This was syrup. That's what color that is. So that's syrup glossy spray, and it's not that glossy, which is interesting. Anyways, so you get it really nicely stirred up. Unfortunately with these, if you get it stirred up and you are impatient, you shake it, you get lots of air bubbles, but you know, we deal. And then you add some to your texture powder. And then you mix it up. And if you've got too much liquid, then you just add some more texture powder. Because, you know, you can put it on other stuff if you have too much. And there we go. That's a good consistency. Because this gloss stuff is so sticky, it really doesn't need any more anything. So I'm just going to come in and kind of do this and just get it in the grooves, let it catch the texture. I'm going to kind of stick to one side and yeah, I think it's fun. It enhances the texture of the cardboard so nicely. Actually, I really like how that looks. Making the lines come out from the cardboard. Knock off the tops of that just a little bit because, you know, I gotta remember I am in an art journal. I gotta close these pages eventually. And I really love this color, this night color. I don't usually really like blue all that much, but I've been playing with it a lot over the last couple of years, and I'm learning how to use blue. I'm learning that I actually do kind of like blue. I kind of like to play I've discovered that something I like to do with blues is use a lot of different blues together. Kind of like I've done here. We got kind of like a real light pastel blue with the kind of a heathered blue, a light heathered blue, more like of a tealy blue. And now with this night, even here, we have a different blue going on. I like to let it set up a little bit, and then come back and dribble a little bit of the gloss spray on it. The problem is it's hard to dribble a little. That's why I'm kind of like, I've just been kind of waiting for these to just be gone. But I've been discovering so many fun things to do with them, not as a spray, that I've been almost like on the colors that I'm almost out that I like the night, and I really like the white. And I really love that bright green, that limey green. And the syrup really is really nice for like vintage, kind of a rusty look. That's what this is. So I've been thinking about replacing the colors I love with the dropper bottles that are now out on the market. It's not a huge high priority right now, but I've been toying with it. So you get all these little leftover pieces. I try and mash them in where I can. Whatever's left, I just brush off, because it becomes kind of hard and easy to dispose of. Alright, so this stuff, the gloss is really hard to clean up. It will stain anything, so I always use plastic palette or whatever. So I like these to sit a little bit longer, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to come in here, and I like to dribble just a little bit here and there. Sometimes the paper of whatever you put it on, like I've really only done this with cardboard, will soak it up a little bit, and it's kind of cool. Yeah, but as you can see, it's a little harder to get to control the drip here. This stuff dries really fast. The glossy sprays do, or the gloss, whatever they're calling it now. They're not really sprays anymore. Packaging has changed. Oh, media gloss, that's what they're calling it, media gloss. Yeah, so they really dry quickly. So if you're gonna want to come in and do any brush work or anything, I'm actually gonna come in and do some finger painting, since it's one of our prompts. It really stains your finger, and I'm just trying to bleed out the color and a little bit of that paste, smooth it out where it's smooth, and just kind of make a transition. We go from really textured to smoother to really smooth, and really concentrated and opaque to more translucent. Gives us a whole nother, we got more of a purpley blue here, or purple. I think that's fun too.
It took me like forever to get through to you, misty blue.
All right, so this is pretty dry. It doesn't look dry because there are some spots where I dribbled the glossies, the media gloss, where it's a little bit glossier than where it was mixed with the textures, with the texture powder. If you don't like that glossy, you can come in and use some fluid medium on the glossy areas and get rid of it. It'll just take it to matte because this is matte fluid medium. So it's hard to get it in the texture, but I kind of want that glossy to poke through, like it will accentuate that texture. So if you don't like the glossy, or maybe you have a spot that's not, that's kind of gritty, that you didn't get it mixed in with the texture paste enough, with the texture powder enough, you can come in with some of the fluid matte medium as well. And just add some of that. It'll dry translucent, but that will kind of adhere it a little bit better. I usually don't have many problems with that, so I don't have any other areas that are. So I got all this gritty stuff, and I just turned it over, shake it a little bit, and get all the gritty stuff out. And just kind of bring this all together and throw that away. So now I'm going to come in and do what I call finger dry brushing. It's another form of finger painting, but I'm going to use gesso. I'm going to push some of this to the back, accentuate some of the texture, kind of highlight it, bring it out. I might hit some of this cardboard. I don't know. We're just going to go in and find texture. I do this, either I put it on my finger or I put it on a piece of paper to the side. Like I could use this and put some in here and use it. Sometimes I just come in and just leave a plop in an area and pick up from there. Kind of pat it off to make it like a brush that's dry. And then you can go find texture and highlight it. And you can just keep adding if you want it whiter so that it stands out more. You can get more on your finger and push areas back. And now I'm just kind of doing a combination of that. I'm getting it heavier in some areas, letting my finger lose some of that gesso, and then coming in and rubbing it over some of the texture. I've been known to call this method finger painting by Braille. And I just am following the texture, the feel of the page. I find that this process, not only is it like really soothing to me, but I also feel like, okay, this is gonna sound really funny, but it feels very intimate. Like I'm being very intimate with this page. I'm learning about the topography of this layout. It's also a great method for pushing some of the chaos that's going on back. And it's also a great method for finding out what's next, because sometimes during this process what's next comes to mind, becomes known to me. Alright, so another thing that I really like to do is I like to, once I feel like I have the white gesso put down, I like to look at it from a different method. So some people will get their phones out and they'll take a picture of it. I actually like to, oops, I'm trying to get my phone to work here. I actually like to look at it up in my monitor. So I'm going to show you where my monitor is from where my setup is. This is how I make sure I stay in frame and that the color is good and that kind of stuff. So I kind of look at it from this perspective. That gets you a better look at it. So what I'm seeing here, the things, I don't see the detail because it's so far away, but I can see, like, even if you were to look at this and blur your eyes, you would get this as well. I see the angle that these things are moving across the page. So it really is bringing your eye through the page, and I like that. And I like that I've toned down the chaos, I've pumped up the texture, but I haven't obliterated it, and I really like that. So that's kind of some of what I do to make sure that I like what I like what I'm looking at, that kind of thing. So anyways, that I find is very helpful for me taking a look and double checking and see where I'm at. Now I've got that good and dry, and I feel like I want to add another blue in here, but not something that is wham bam. I want something that's a little bit more subtle, softer. I kind of lost some of this pastel blue. So my thought was to come in with some speckled egg in the Distress Spray stain and in the Distress Oxide spray. And this can be fun because maybe some of it will get in here and do something kind of interesting. So I'm just, gonna play with that and see. I get these shaken up.
like forever to get through to you, misty blue.
All right, so I ended up putting in Stormy Sky as well as Speckled Egg. So I feel like I got my good variety of blues, and I got the greeny blues, and so I am happy with my background. I have also been on a gold speckle, which I don't usually do splats, but I've been into that lately, and I think if any fall near these texture areas, it would look really cool. And my favorite method of adding gold sparkles is this Marabu, which is discontinued, this Marabu art spray. And I just haven't found anything that gives such a nice gold color. So, and it does really fine spots, so I like that. Depending on how much I get on this, I don't want them to be like in your face. I just want it to kind of catch some of the light as you look at it. And I think against this night blue, it would be really nice. So I'm gonna get some of those added. Like I said, I'm not gonna go overboard. Now with the Marabu, it looks white when it hits, but once it dries, it becomes just an intense metallic gold, and I love it. And I've got it everywhere. Anyways, yep, so can't find it anymore, I've tried. I'm gonna let that dry. Well, I got this wad of thread that is left over from the making of this cover, and I thought I could use that for my thread, string, or yarn. And then I found this reproduction ephemera piece, and I don't think I'm gonna use. I like how it goes with the oxides we just added, but I don't think I'm gonna use the whole thing. And I found this piece of blue fabric, so maybe what we do, let's get this all kind of separated out a bit.
It took me like forever to get through to you, misty blue.
And then I found this sticker from Ricky. It came with an order I've ordered from her. And I thought that might be nice, but I don't like this thread underneath that. So maybe underneath somehow, underneath here. Yeah, I like that better. And I think I'm gonna cut the white edges down off of this.
Corner of Baker Street, I met you that first time, and I have kept you in my mind since then. Hey, you know it. Oh, nothing compares to us. It's like a constant rush, an undiscovered landscape, feel at home.
This is a vintage photo, archival, distressed, archival. this is a sticker, but I don't ever rely on the stick of stickers. So I always add glue to them.
Let the world know an undiscovered landscape filled with hope. You are a golden territory. Let it show. Let the world know. It took me like forever to get through to you, misty blue. In any kind of weather, I thought of you, misty blue. It's hard to know, but no one comes close. An undiscovered landscape filled with hope.
All right, so we've hit all 3 of our prompts for June. So that means, and we're done. So that means we need to pull prompts for July. So I have the inspiration jar with the inspiration sticks. And we're gonna pull photograph, modeling paste, and lace. Oh, that could be fun. All right, so photograph, modeling paste, and lace is what's up for our July Year of the Book. Until next month, see you for the next one.